Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope everybody had a good weekend. We're back at it here on Monday. As you know, glad it's out of the way. The rest of the week, smooth sailing, right? So, today, we're going to talk about the wide receiver groups of the NFC East. We're going to rank them 1 through 4. All right, so this is serious. We're talking about which receiving groups are the best in the NFC East. These are my rankings. This is just my opinion, obviously. But we're going to go ahead and talk about these. We're going to start from the highest to the lowest, all right? Now, for you guys, I want your input. Give me your input as to where you rank these guys, okay? So, let's get right into it, all right? First group here, I think in the NFC that has the best wide receiving core right now, going into the season, the New York Giants. All right, so I was torn between us and the Cowboys. Could be 1A, 1B. Could swap the Cowboys or the Redskins, but I think these two teams have the best receiving groups in the NFC East. And some of the best in the entire league at that. So, but I gave the edge to the Giants here only because I think they have a legit number 1 and a legit number 2. Obviously, you have Odell Beckham and you have Brandon Marshall. When you stack that up against Dez Bryant and Terrence Williams, Brandon Marshall I think is a better talent than Terrence Williams. Getting a little older, so we'll see how effective he is. But going into the season, going with the Giants, and they still have Sterling Shepard there. Another year under his belt there. I think they're going to utilize him a lot more. He'll be a bigger part of this offense as well. Pretty deadly. And, of course, they have Dwayne Harris there as well. But with the Giants here, number 1 receivers here in the NFC East. Number 2, the Dallas Cowboys. All right. So, for us, just highlighting what I just said here, I like what we have here with Dez, obviously. Dez is the number 1. Terrence Williams, brought him back. New contract, he's the number 2. And Cole Beasley is the other big weapon there. All right, and then we have depth there with Bryce Butler and Ryan Switzer. Okay, so we'll see what these guys do. But I think the potential here, once the season gets rolling, this squad could very well be the number 1 squad. All right, I'm interested to see how they integrate Ryan Switzer into this group. All right, but that's another reason why I have the Cowboys number 2 right now. We're kind of waiting to see what they do with the Giants. Like I said, we know what they have in Odell Beckham, Brandon Marshall, Sterling Shepard. With the Cowboys, we know what we have with our top 3. But Ryan Switzer could be something for us. He could really turn this into the number 1 group here during the season and definitely by the end of the year. All right, but I like what we have there. Number 3, the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, they added Alshon Jeffrey here on a 1-year deal. Torrey Smith, they brought him in. He's got some age to him. Jordan Matthews, bad hands, drops the ball. Nelson Aguilar, same deal. They got a lot of guys here that drop passes. Good for us, bad for them. All right, but I think Alshon Jeffrey will open up the game for these other guys that drop the passes a lot. But right now I think they have the number 3 wide receiving core here in the NFC East. Right, number 4 and last place, the Washington Redskins. They don't have much. They lost big weapons here with Pierre Garçon, Deshaun Jackson. They brought in Terrell Pryor. I think he's still learning the position here. It's arguable whether or not he's a number 1 receiver or if he's a number 2. So from these guys, I don't know if they have a legit number 1, an all-pro, Pro Bowler type. Brian Quick, they brought him in here from the Rams, former first-round guy. Cowboys, I think they were interested in him in case they couldn't get Williams, but they did. Josh Doctson, injured. We'll see what he does. Could he be a bust? We'll see what he does here in his second year. Jamison Crowder, to me, is their Cole Beasley. He's probably one of their bigger weapons there. One of the guys here that can sometimes be unstoppable if you can't cover him. Shifty guy, and does great in the screen game with those guys, bubble screens, and in the slot he just eats people up in the secondary. So I mean, from those guys there, just not a very impressive group. That's why I have the Washington Redskins there in last place. But they do have weapons there. Pryor, he's good, and Jamison Crowder, I think he's pretty good in the slot. All right, but let's go over it again here. First, New York Giants. Second, the Dallas Cowboys. Third, the Philadelphia Eagles. And fourth, the Washington Redskins. Those losers, all right? So, let me know what you guys think, all right? Not much else going on here with news as far as the Cowboys going. Obviously, Ezekiel Elliott has the ESPN body issue coming out. I don't really want to post that picture there. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I like Cowboys getting good, getting out there and getting their props and that kind of thing. But it's the body issue, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. But he is on that, so be on the lookout for that. ESPN magazine. I have that subscription as well, so I'll probably get that in here. When I do, I'll let you guys know what it's all about. But that's it for now, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Where do you rank the wide receivers in the NFC East? Do you have the Cowboys #1? Where do you have them at? All right. You know, in comparison to what I have, or do you agree with what I have? But let me know in the comments, all right? And we'll talk about it a little bit more here with your comments. But that's it, guys. We'll see you here for the next video. Thanks, guys.